This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to introduce to you the incredible new system from Jeffrey Eisenberg. This is called the Eisenberg 10, and he said the numbers are evenly distributed across the roulette wheel, and he's been consistently winning with us at the casino. So let's jump right in, get started, and I'll share with you where the bets are and how this progression works. And we're going to go ahead and place the bets here in a second, and we'll see how Jeffrey's winning. And we actually would have won with that double zero because with this system, we have a $2 bet on the double zero to start. We also have a $2 bet on the 2930, and then we have a $6 bet on the 1922 double street. That's a $10 starting bet. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go with the Eisenberg 10. That's a 24 black, and that's a nice 24 or $26 win to start. We're up 26 bucks. We're just going to rebet and spin. And I can't wait to share with you how this progression works. And that is a 2 black there. It almost hit the 0, but that's a loss on the 2. Any zeros would be fantastic with this one, though. And the only time we double is the first time we lose. Let's go ahead and do that. So the $2 bets go to 4, and the $6 bet goes to 12, and that's a 28 black. Okay, we lost that one. And now that we lost that one, after we doubled once, these bets over here are going to start going up $2 a piece. These splits, and then the double street's going to go up 6. Okay, now we're at a $30 total bet, and let's spin. And here we go with the Eisenberg 10. That's a 23 red. That's a nice $78 win. We're already up $74. Let's go back to our original bet now of $10. And spin. And this progression doesn't stay consistent, going up the same dollar amounts per spin. So you need to know all the progressions on this one, and I'll make sure to cover all of those for you. Let's go ahead and double up. That's the only time we do it is on the first loss. And here we go. That's a 32 red. Okay, we lost that one. So again, now we start going up by $2 on the streets and $6 on the double street, and we do that a few more times, and then I'll share with you when that changes. Here we go. That's a 35 black. Okay, we lost that one, so let's go ahead and we'll increase by $2 on the streets again. I'm sorry, the splits, and then $6 on the double street. And then let's go ahead and spin again here. Here we go. Okay, that's a 29 black. That's a nice $104 win. Now we're up $118. We could already cash out with fantastic profit. And when you're playing this, I would recommend doing that if you get up early. But let's go ahead and we're going to play this for 15 minutes to see if this long progression that Jeffrey uses lasts. And that's a 30 red. That's a $26 win. We're up 144 bucks already. Let's rebet and spin again. Jeffrey says these are evenly distributed across the roulette wheel, and that's a 23 red. Another $26 win. We're up 170 bucks. Wow, what a start! But we're going to play this for 15 minutes. We're only 3 minutes in, and I want to see if this long progression that he has will last with this amount of numbers. And that's a loss. So let's go ahead and double that up. Again, the twos go. The twos go to 4. And the 6 go to 12. That gets us from a $10 bet to a $20 bet. And this is a $500 bankroll system. That's a 16 red. Okay, we lost that one. So now we go up 2 on the splits. And then 6 up on the double street. Okay, now let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. And again, this is a $500 bankroll system. And that's a nice win there on the double zero. It's a $78 win. Now we're up 218. So again, we're going to go back to 10. And if you're playing in the casino and you're already up this much, I hope you cash out. But we're going to keep playing to see, how this works with a long bad stretch. It is a nice long progression. That's a 35, and that's a loss. So we're going to double that up. Again, the only time we double that up is on the first loss. And let's go ahead and spin. That takes us from a $10 bet to a $20 bet. Here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, we missed it. So let's go ahead and add 2 to the splits. I fixed that one, and then 6 to the double street. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Okay, that's a 29 black. Another $78 win. Now we're up $266. Well, this is working awesome so far, but we have to test this longer. We have to make sure we, that this length of progressions, it's a nice, really long progression. We have to make sure if we have a bad stretch that this works. So let's keep playing. And that is a loss. We're going to double up for the only time that we do that. And let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. And that's a 26 black. Okay, we lost that one. So now we'll start going up $2 on the splits. And then 6 on the double street. And we do that for a little while, and then I'll share with you when that changes as we go through. Okay, that's a 20 black, and that's another $78 win. Now we're up $314. Let's go back to 10 where we started. And here we go. And if you hear a licking noise, my King Charles Cavalier dog is licking something off the floor. I'm not sure why. And his name is Tucker. And let's go ahead now and we'll double that up. The only time we do it, again, is on the first loss. And here we go. That's a 12 red. And that is a loss. We're going to go up $2 on the splits, 6 on the double street. Okay, that's a $30 total bet now, and let's spin. Again, a $500 bankroll for this one, and that's a 28 black. Okay, we lost that one, so let's go up again. Okay, we'll go up $2 on the splits, and then 6 up on the double street. Okay, that gets us to a $40 total bet out of that $500 bankroll, and here we go. That's a 31 black. We lost again, so we're going to increase again. We'll go from 8 to 10, up 2 units on the splits, and then $6 up on the double street. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, that is a 27 red, and that is a loss. And this is where the progression changes. So now these ones that are at 10 are going to go to 14. They're going to go up 4, the splits. And then the double street is going to go from 30 to 42. So it goes up 12. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a $70 total bet. And here we go. That's a 15 black. Okay, now we're having a little bit of a losing streak, but you'll get to see the full progression now. And now we're going to go up 6 on the splits to $20. Okay, and then we're going to go up. We're going to go up 18 from 42 to 60 on the double street. And this is a $100 total bet. Let's spin. And we'll have another chance after this one. That's an 18 red. And we missed again. So after being up a ton, we're -6 right now. If you get to this final progression, you need to decide, do you want to start over or you want to take the risk on the final progression? Jeffrey says that it's a good idea if you've been up a lot to just restart and not go for it on the final progression. But the final progression, if you go for it, is to go from 60 to 84 on the double street, and then to go on the splits to go from 20 to 28. But we're going to go ahead and restart now, and we're going to try to build it back up. Okay, and here we go. But he says that if you're down a bunch, you go for it on the last one and use your bankroll. Otherwise, if you're up a ton and you're not, and basically you're in the situation we're in right now, you don't go for it on that last one. You go ahead and restart, and then you try to build it back up again. So let's go ahead and double up and spin. And we would have missed it on that final one. So that's a really smart that he does that. That's a 14 red. Okay, we missed again. We'll start going up $2 on the splits again, and then $6 on the double street. Okay, let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. We still have plenty of time to work our way back up and cash out. But if you're playing this in the casino and you get up 300 bucks, cash out right away and declare victory over the casino. Let's increase again, up 2 on the splits, up 6 on the double streets. And let's spin. And here we go. That is a 28 black. We almost hit the 0 there. That would have been nice, but we missed it. And let's increase again. Okay, so we're going up 2 units on the double streets again. I mean on the splits again, and then $6 up on the double street. I should have said splits first on those two. Too much cough medicine. I've been sick this week, and that's a 32 red. Okay, we lost that one, and this is where the progression changes again. We're going to go from $10 to 14 on the splits. And then we're going to go on this one over here, up 12 on the double street, from 30 to 42. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. This is a $70 total bet, and let's get a win. It's been a long time since we've hit a win, and that's a 36 red, and we lost. We're going to have to go up again. So now we go from 14 up to 20 on the splits. And then on the double street, we go to from 42 to 60. And we need to get a couple here. It's been almost 20 spins since we've had a win. So let's get a win right here. I think it's about time. That's an 11 black. And we lost again. So now all of a sudden we're at minus 326. We have to go to the final progression on this one. So that's 28 on the splits. And I have a feeling we're going to get this one. It's been a long time. I mean, it's been over 20 spins, I believe, since we've had a win. Crazy. And now we'll have 84 on the double street. Again, this is the good thing about this. This is only a $500 bankroll. So you're not, risking 2,000. But let's get the win here. We did really well at the beginning. But if we lose this, we'll lose our bankroll with this one. Let's see what we get. That's a 17 black. And we did lose our bankroll. So we lost almost all of our bankroll of our $500. Let's keep going with this one. And let's reset and see if we can do better one more time. Here we go. All right, we're going to restart with the 0 bounce and try it one more time. But remember that on this one, that when you get up a couple $100, you need to cash out. So, and actually on here, Jeffrey says he stops at 150, so he wins 150 and is done. We were up over 300 when we had our when we started going backwards. So he would have walked with 150 easily with this. But as we always do on the channel, we play for the whole 15 minutes. And just to see what happens if you do play longer. But he would have walked with his 150, so keep that in mind. That in fact, he could have walked with 300. And let's go ahead and increase again, up 2 on the splits, up 6 on the double street. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. But one thing to factor in also is for a $500 bankroll, we were up over $300. There aren't very many systems that can make that much that quickly, but there's a little bit of risk involved in that as well. So that's why you want to cash out once you get a couple good wins with this one and you get up $150, $200. Again, Jeffrey cashes out when he's up 150 with this one. And we finally got a win. Boy, it's been a long time. Now we're back up. We're up on this one anyway. Let's go back to 10. We did restart. I want to show you, how he's doing this as long as possible here. We got about a minute left, and let's see if we can get another win on this one before we close this one out. And that's a loss. Again, our only double is the first one. And here we go. And the progression on this, again, starts out by going doubling on the first one. Then it goes up 2 on the splits. There's a nice win. You can see now we're up 86 on this session. So we were just very unlucky there. But that can happen. That's why he says to walk when you're up 150, not to keep playing. And that's a 10 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we double that up and spin. And then once you get to the $30 bet on the double streets and the $10 bet on the splits, and there's another nice win. That's when the bets change a little bit. We're up 128, and actually that's the 15 minutes. So we were up to over 300 before we lost or started losing the first time around, and but then we had another winning session right here. So this is definitely one you want to get up and get out and declare victory over the casino. Don't play this one all night long, but this is the Eisenberg 10. And thank you, Jeffrey, for sending this in. Let's go over the progression one more time. So on the splits, it goes 2, and then 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 14, 20, 28. And then on the double street, it goes 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 42, and then 60. And that's our $500 bankroll. Hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully I'll be getting a little healthier this week before I head to Las Vegas. I'm trying as hard as I can to get rid of this cold, and hopefully be feeling good for Vegas in 7 days. And I can't wait. I'm going to be there for an entire 7-day stretch. And again, thank you for sending the systems in. If you want to send a system in, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Pick a new one every single day. And I hope you're enjoying the channel. And now it's time for another blast from the past video.
This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to introduce you the incredible Chasing 7 Streets roulette system by Daniel Matthias. He says that he's been winning with this one at the casino all week long, and he says he absolutely loves it and can't wait to share it with you guys. So I'm going to share it with you today, and we're going to put his incredible new system up against Chasing the Roulette Wheel, and we're going to start with that first. And let's go ahead and start with a $10 bet on red. You can see we have a 0 balance. Let's go ahead and spin. Again, this is Chasing the Roulette Wheel, and then we'll be followed by the new system from Daniel Matthias, and that is a $10 win to start. So with this one, we're going up even if we win. So we're going to go 10 to 20 now, and let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. That is going to be a 16 red, and that's another win. Okay, and that is $30 in profit. So we're going to go to a $30 bet now, and let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we got it. So every time you get $50 of profit with this one, we're going to restart. We're up $60, so that qualifies. We're going to be back on red for 10. Okay, let's go ahead and spin again here, and let's see what we get. Okay, that's an 18 red. Okay, so we're going to reset again at $100 profit. We're going to be at 20 now, and we're up $70. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 31 black, and we lost that one, so we're going to go up a unit. So we'll go 20 to 30 and spin. And we're going to be going up whether we win or lose with Chasing the Roulette Wheel. And that's a 33 black. We lost. Okay, so now we'll go to a $40 bet. And we're only up 20 right now. We need to get to $100 profit before resetting because we were at 50, actually at 60. So here we go. That's a win on 36 red at 40. And we need to go to 50 now. Okay, let's go ahead and spin and see what we get here. Okay, we lost. So we're going to go up another unit from 50 to 60. And we're up $10. Let's go ahead and spin. But you're noticing probably that that since we increase on every spin, whether we win or lose, it's not going to take that much to recover once we start winning. So now we're going to go to $70, and we're at minus 50. And here we go. Again, we're trying to get to 100. It might seem difficult, but it's really not because we're increasing the bets on each spin. We just lost again. Now we're going to go to 80. We're at minus 120. So let's go to 80. And the thing you need to realize is if we win 2 in a row at 80, that's 160. We're back up good again. So let's just go ahead and keep increasing. And we'll go to 90. Okay, and let's go ahead and spin. We are currently minus $200. So we've had a bunch of losses in a row, and that happens sometimes. That's why we have to have bankroll with this one. And we finally got a win on 30 red. Okay, we'll go to 100 now. We're at minus 110. And you can see even after the bad luck there, with all those losses in a row, if once we get a win at 100, we're going to be almost back in profit again. So that is a win. We're at minus 10. So we're going to go to 110 now. And guess what? Even after all this craziness, if we get the win here, I think we'll be at our goal. And that's a 7 red. We got it. So you can see now we're up $100. We go back to 10 again. So let's go ahead and spin. And this was originally sent in to stay on red, but you can definitely move it to the other colors, to the other color, I would say. Not you don't want to move it to green. But let's go 10 to 20 and spin again here. And now we're going to try to get 150 profit before resetting. That's a nice win there. And we're up 130. We'll increase to 30. And if we win this, we have achieved another goal already. And we lost that one, so we're going to go up again. We're going to go from 30 to 40. We're currently up 100, trying to get to 150. And here we go. That's a 21 red. That's a good one. Okay, so now we'll go to $50. And let's see if we can get over that 150 mark. But we lost that one, so we're going to go up again. So we'll go to 60. Okay, we're up 90, trying to get to 150. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. All right. That's a 25 red. That's a win. Okay, we're up. Hey, there's our goal, 150. So we're good. We don't have to go up anymore. We go back to 10. And we're up 150. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a good win. 3 red will increase because we're trying to get to 200 now. We're currently up 160. So we'll put 20 on red and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 4 black, and that's a loss, so we'll increase. We're going to increase whether we win or lose with this one. So now we'll be at 30. We're up 140, trying to get to 200. Excuse me. And let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black. We lost, so we'll go to 40. And we're up 110, trying to get to 200. And that's a 35 black. That's a loss. So we will go to 50 now, and we've had 3 losses in a row. And let's spin again here. Up 70 currently, trying to get to 200. We lost again. So that is 4 losses in a row, and that can happen. So we just keep going up. Now we're at 60, and we're still trying to get to $200 profit. Here we go. Okay, we finally got a win, 32 red. So now we'll go to 70. And we're up $80. So this will get us back up 150 if we can get a win here. That's a good win. 12 red. Okay, so now we'll go to $80. And if we get this one, we'll achieve our new goal of $200 profit. And we did. That's the 30 red. Okay, now we're up $230. Our next goal is $250. So we're not very far off. I think we should be able to achieve this one pretty easily. That's a 10 black. We lost. Okay, so we'll go to 20. We'll find out, though. You never know. We're up 220, trying to get to 250. $50 each time. And that's a 21 red. Okay, we're at 240. We'll go to $30 and spin. Trying to get to 250. It'll happen for us if we get the win here, but we lost that one. That's a 17 black. So we'll go to 40 and spin. So we're going up 1 unit whether we win or lose until we get $50 more profit. And that's a nice win. We're up 250. Hey, that's our goal. We reached it. So now we restart and we're back at 10. So now our next goal is going to be $300. And that's a 26 black. We lost. So we'll go up a unit because we're doing that whether we win or lose. And let's spin. All right, here we go. That's a 23 red. And we'll go to 30 now. We're trying to get to 300. We'll be pretty close if we can get the win here. And that's a 22 black. That's a loss. So we'll increase again. We'll go to 40. And we're up 230, trying to get to 300. All right. Okay, we lost that one. That's an 8 black. So we will go to 50 on red, and we're up 190, trying to get to 200. And we got a good win there on 36 red. So now we'll be betting 60, and guess what? If we get this, we've achieved another goal. This will be $300 profit if we get this one. And we did. Fantastic. Now we have $300 in profit, and our next goal is going to be $350. So back to 10, and let's spin. All right, here we go. That's a 25 red. That's a win. Again, we're shooting for $350 now. We're at $310, and we're increasing whether we win or lose by 1 unit with chasing the roulette wheel. That's a 28 black. Okay, we lost. We'll go to 30. We're up 290, trying to get to 350. Keep sight of that goal, but we just lost again. So that's 2 losses in a row. We'll go to 40. And what this does is it allows you to come back a lot quicker once things start going your way. If you're only going up when you lose, not when you win, it takes longer to come back. So we won at 40 there. So we'll bet at 50, and guess what? If we get this, we'll achieve another goal of $350 profit. And we did not do it. We lost. So we go to 60 and spin. Let's see if we can get a win here. And we did. That's a 16 red. Okay, we're up 310, trying to get to 350. Now we're at a $70 bet, so this will definitely do it if we get the win here. And we did. That's a 12 red. So let's see where we're at. We're up 380. Our next goal is going to be 400. So back to 10, and only need $20 to reach this next goal here. And that's a 2 black. Okay, we'll go from 10 to 20, and we're up 370, trying to get to 400. All right. That's a loss, so we'll increase again. That's 2 losses in a row. We'll be at a $30 bet now. Let's see if we can get a red number here. We did not. That's 3 losses in a row. Okay, so now we'll be at a $40 bet, and we're still trying to get to $400 profit. So let's go ahead and spin at 40 here. That's a 32 red. Fantastic. So let's see where that puts us. We're up 360. Our next bet will be 50. So you guys know what that means. If we get a win here, we'll achieve another goal, and we'll have over $400 in profit. And we did. That's a 32 red. Okay, now we're at $410. We're shooting for $450 now. So we go back to 10 and spin on red. And you could also do this with black, or you could do it going back and forth, or, 3 red, 3 blacks, whatever pattern you want. The key is the progression on this one, and we're at 420. So let's see if we can get a win here. And basically, it just allows you to come back quicker when things go bad, because you're actually staying with the amount that you need to recover. And now we'll go to a $30 bet, where if you only increase when you lose, sometimes it takes a lot of wins to come back. And that's an 18 red. That's a win. And we're at 430. If we get this one, we'll have achieved another goal, and we'll be over 450 in profit. But we hit a green 0, so that's not the best. So we'll go to 50. And we're up 390, trying to get to 450. That's an 8 black. Okay, we lost. Let's go to 60. We're up 340, trying to get to 450. And another loss. Let's see how many losses in a row that is. That is 3 losses in a row. We'll go to 70 now. And let's spin. Okay, that's a win on 32 red. That's good. Okay, so we'll go from 70 to 80. And it looks like we are $100 away from our goal now. And we lost, so we'll go up again. And let's talk bankroll on this one. So when I play this one, I use a $2,000 bankroll. However, you can also do this with a $200 bankroll in dollar units or a $1,000 bankroll with $5 units, whichever fits your budget the best. And that's a 28 black. Okay, so we lost again. So we're going to go to 100 now. We're a little ways away from our 450 profit goal now after all those losses. So let's see if we can get some wins. Okay, that's a good one on 36 red. So we will go to 110 now. All right, and I know it seems like we're forever away from 450, but not really, because we're increasing on every spin. So that's another win there. Let's see where that puts us. Okay, we're at 390, and then we're going to go to a 120 bet now. And then here in a minute, I'm going to share with you a safer version of playing this. Okay, that's a 1 red. Okay, so we're up $510 now. We just passed 2 goals there. Now we're shooting for 550. Now this on this last one here, I'm just gonna, at the very end here, I'm gonna tell you kind of how to play this safer. So the way to play this safer would be that once you get to the final bet to get to your goal, instead of going up a unit, bet the amount that gets you to your goal. And that's a safer way of playing this. We're up 520, and we'll go to 20 now on red. So basically, if you're $20 away from your goal and you're supposed to bet 100, just bet 20. Okay, and that's a win. And we're up 540, and time just expired. So with breaking the roulette wheel today, we made $540 with $10 units. And let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, you can also play this with dollar units and a $200 bankroll. And again, yeah, let me know what you think. And now it is time for the new system of the day, and I can't wait to share this one with you. So let's just jump right in and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Chasing 7 Streets by Daniel Mathias, and let's place the bets. We're going to be placing the bets based on the previous spins, and we're going to be betting on the street with the 26, the 34, and the 30. And these are all in the previous history there, the 21, and then the 4, and then the 16, and then the 30. So the 30 is already taken. If that happens, you just pick one more. This is a $35 total bet, and let's go ahead and spin. There we go. That's a 14 red, and that's a nice $25 win. So we're up $25. Let's just rebet and spin. We'll see how many wins we can get right here with these numbers, and that's a 2 black. Okay, we lost. And with this one, when you lose, you go up 2 units to start. So we'll go 5 to 15. And usually when you see a progression like this, it's with even money bets. But this one has 21 numbers, gives you a little bit more coverage, which is nice. And that's a win there. Let's take those back to where they started at 5 each, which is that's a $35 total bet. So there's 7 of those at 5 each. Here we go. And that's a 19 red. Okay, that's a nice win there. We're up $90. We'll just rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a 19 red. Another win. We're up $115. Let's see how many wins we can get with these numbers here. And then we'll switch them here as soon as we have a loss, and then recover. So that's a win there. We're up 140. All right, let's keep it going. See how many wins we can get here, and I'll share with you the progression, the bankroll, and everything else you need to know. That's a 9 red. Okay, we lost that one. So we're going to go from 5 to 15 up 2 units. Okay, and let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. So 21 numbers covered, and that's a 7 red. Okay, we lost, so we're going to go up 2 more units. Okay, we're at 175 total bet now. Here we go. And that's a 17 black. Okay, we got a nice win there. We're up $125. So now we're going to take off 2 units off each of these. Okay, now we're at 105 total bet. Let's see if we can get a win here. That's a 26 black. And that's a nice win. And now you can see if we take 2 off, we go back to 5. So let's just place the bets again now and get some fresh numbers out there. So we're going to do the 26, the 17, the 7, the 9's already taken, the 21, the 19 is already taken, the 13, and then the 2. And then that is 6 numbers. We need to add a 7. So there's a $35 total bet. Again, we're already up $200. And let's see what we get here with Chasing 7 Streets by Daniel Mathias. And that's a 28 black. We lost, so let's go up 2 units. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're at 105 total bet. Let's see if we can get a win here. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a nice win, and we're up 240 already. Let's take it back to 35, which again is $5 on each of the 7 streets. And here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, we lost that one. So let's go ahead and go up 2 units. Okay, now we're at 105 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 30 red. And we lost. So we're going to go up 2 units. 15 to 25. And let's go ahead and spin again. Here we go. Hopefully we don't get too many losses in a row. At least we have 21 numbers covered. That's a little more than is not. And that's a nice win there. We're up 225. Let's peel off 2 units off each of these. And if we get a win on this one, we will put some fresh numbers out there. Okay, so we're at 105 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 33 black. Fantastic. That's another win. We're up $300. That's really good. And let's put some fresh bets out there, and we'll go off the history. 33, 17, 30, 10, 31's already taken. The 28's already taken. The 26, the 17, and the 7. And then we're going to add one more to make a $35 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin with Chasing 7 Streets. And that's an 11 black. That's a nice win. We're up $325. Still at base level here, so let's see how many wins we can get with these numbers. And that's a 16 red. That's a nice win. We're up $350. Let's keep it rolling. Here we go. That's a 20 black. Another win. We're up $375. And again, a lot of times people do this 2 up, 2 down with even money bets. This one gives you a little bit more coverage with the 21 numbers. And it's better to have more numbers than not. And we're up $400 already. Fantastic. So here we go. That's a 12 red. That's another win. And we're at $425 now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 21 red. Okay, another win. We're at $450. And we're doing really, really well with this one today so far. That's a 17 black. Another win. We're at $475. Let's keep it rolling. This is a lot of fun. And let's see what we get here. That's a 33 black. Another win. We're up $500. And we'll stick with these numbers until things cool off. Here we go. That's a 2 black. Okay, we have a loss now. So let's go up 2 units. We'll go 5 to 15. Okay, we're at 105 total bet now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 19 red. We got the win. So let's get some fresh numbers now. We're up $540, and we'll be going with the 19, the 2, the 33, and these are in the history on the left side over there. These are the previous numbers that have hit, and we're going to pick the streets that they were in. So here we go. That's all of them, so we need to add one more. Now we're at $35 total bet, and let's go ahead and spin. And that's because there were repeats. If there's a lot of repeats, then you don't. Sometimes there's not 7 to pick, and we're at 565 now. Let's rebet and spin. See how many wins we can get with these new numbers. Here we go. That's a 16 red. Another nice win. We're up $590. This is absolutely incredible. We're getting so many wins right now. And that's a 10 black. Another one. So it's definitely hitting the ones that have hit previously. The streets, that is. And let's keep it rolling. Here we go. That's a 36 red. Okay, and that ended. So we'll go up from 5 to 15. And this is a 2-up, 2-down system. $2,000 bankroll and $400 bankroll if you use dollar units. So don't feel like you have to use 2,000. If that's too much, use 400 with dollar units, and you'll be just fine. And that's another loss. So let's go up 2 more units. We'll go 15 to 25. Let me fix that. There we go. And let's spin at 175 total bet. There we go. That's a 6 black. We lost again. We're getting a bunch of losses here now. So let's go up 2 more units again. 25 to 35. Then we'll check and see how much that cost us in profit. So temporarily it's dropped us to $300 profit, but still really, really good. Let's see what we get here. That's a 33 black. That's a good win. We're at 475. We'll drop, let's take 2 units off each of these. Okay, now we're at 25 each, 175 total. Let's see if we can get another win here. That's a 16 red. That's a nice win, and we're up $600 now. That's awesome. Okay, let's take 2 more off there, and we'll stick with these numbers while they're starting to hit now, and then we'll go ahead and switch it back up again, and we'll have 15 on each. And that's a 105 total bet. Here we go. That's a 25 red. That's a nice $75 win. We're up $675. Let's get some fresh numbers. 25, 16, and definitely today, it's definitely repeating the streets that have hit previously. So let's keep going with what Daniel Mathias is doing to pick his numbers. And here we go. 10, 16, and 20. And then that's it. We're up $675. That is fantastic. All right, let's see how we close it out here today in the last few minutes here. That's a 23 red. That's a, oh, I must have messed the bets up there, guys. Something weird happened. So let's see what happened there. 2, 3. Not sure what happened, but let's go ahead and fix the bets. So again, we'd be on the 23, the 25, the 16, the 33, the 6. There's going to be 7 of these, and the 36. It should be $35 when you get done. So we're up $670. Let's go ahead and let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black. That's a nice $25 win. We're up $695. Let's just see how many wins we can get with these current numbers here. And here we go. That's a 00. We don't like that. So let's go up 2 units on each. 5 to 15. and then spin. Then we'll check our balance after this spin, and here we go. That's a 34 red. Nice. Now we're up $735. Wow. That is awesome. So actually, let's pick some fresh numbers. We're back to 5. So let's go 34, 24, 23 is already taken, 25, 16, and we'll see if it keeps repeating the streets that have hit previously. And that's only 6, so we'll add one more in there. We have a $35 total bet, and that's a ton of profit in a very short time. So far, so good, Daniel, and that's a 23 red. Another $25 win. We're up $760. And let's see if these numbers we just selected help us repeat those streets. And that's 8 black. We just lost that one, so let's go ahead and go up 2 units. Okay, now we're at 105 total bet. Let's see what we get here. Come on. That's a 14 red. All right, that's a win. We're up $800. Wow. So we're going to go back to 5 on each. Okay, we're at $35 total bet. Now let's see if these streets keep repeating. And that's a 30 red. Okay, we lost that one. Let's go ahead and increase those 5 to 15. Okay, 105 total bet now, and let's see what we get here. That's a 32 red. That's a nice win, and we're up 840. Let's pick some fresh streets. And we have the 32, the 30, the 14, the 8, the 23, the 34, the 24. And let's see if these keep repeating. And then we need, well, actually, yeah, that's perfect right there. We have 7 streets at 5 each. And here we go. That's a 25 red. Okay, we lost that one. And actually, that was our final spin. So we made $805 profit in 15 minutes with Chasing 7 Streets by Daniel Mathias. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this one. Remember to always test it out on your simulator first before you take it to the casino. And let me know how you do. That would be fantastic. If you want to send a system in like he did, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And that's what it's all about. And I hope you guys are really enjoying the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. I know I am. And if you are enjoying it, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this community of people that love roulette. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.